Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, guys. I had my mic muted, so I apologize. Rookie mistake. You guys should be able to hear me now. So what I was saying is, I'll just go back over what I just said. This got third place in the poll, so 20%, and it's an arcade style game, so it would be one I think that would be good on an arcade, like iArcade. I play it with the D-pad, so it would do very well on a joystick control, playing on an arcade, and I've always thought Streets of Rage should be on an arcade. So hopefully we'll see it one day. And the developers that made this game also made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And maybe that'll end up on iArcade or Arcade One Up someday. But let's see here if you guys can hear me now. Hopefully you can. Bubble Bobble, Space Invaders, Darius, all good ones as well. Welcome. Firestarter Entertainment's made it. Just picked this up today. That's really cool. Yeah, this is a great game. What console do you have it on, Firestarter? It would be great on iArcade. Yeah, definitely. There was some talk that they may get this title and they may get Shredder's Revenge, but it just never happened. So maybe Arcade One Up will get it. I noticed when I start the game, it still says Sega on it, so maybe Sega still has some control over who gets it. And they've worked with both iArcade and Arcade One Up. And you guys let me know, is the audio better now? Can you guys hear the game better? And is my mic good? Are you guys able to hear me over the game? It's good now? Okay, cool. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, so what I do is I mute the mic during the countdown. So obviously you can't hear me during the countdown, and then I just forgot to turn it off mute. But yeah, we're on the third stage. But yeah, what would be worse would be if your mic's not working at all. You know, now that's a big problem. You start a live stream and your mic's messed up. But if it's just muted, that's simple, easy, you can get back on track quick. You haven't done any live streams yet, PD7, have you? I've noticed Firestarter's doing some live streams. I've seen him on there. So with this, on the difficulty, I think I just have it on the medium difficulty. And it's obviously going to play better and be much easier if you had other people to play with. And you can play this online and get some help. But I think it's simple enough, you can beat it by yourself. I know when it came out, Cool Toy, he did a live stream of it, and I think he beat the game all in the live stream. No, just recorded videos? Yeah. It's different doing the live streaming. It's, you know, obviously the show goes on and it's a little different in how you prepare for it because you got to be ready. How many people out there have played this game or have it? And what system do you have it on? I'm playing it on Switch. And I got it for $12.49. It was half off. And I've been just waiting for it to be a good enough deal to get it. And I've been keeping my eye on Shredder's Revenge. Hopefully I'll get that one soon. Really, you just got to stay out of the way of these guys. Plays just like the old Streets of Rage games. See what the chat's saying here. No, just recorded videos. Enjoy your outdoors content, PD7. Yeah, PD7 has some really good walk and talks, which I like a lot of. And PD7 thanked Firestarter, trying something different. And Carl O said, I got to set up BYOG in this game, would be good test for it. Yeah, so if you're able to do the bring your own game with that games and play this one, I think there's a monthly fee for that service, isn't there? But yeah, so on the At Games Mini, that screen's a little too small for me, even at the $199. I just want to wait and pay the $150. Hopefully I can get my hands on one for $350 and get the ALU. And then I think on the pinball, I'm more leaning towards getting the pinball micro as opposed to the pinball ultimate or the legends, because size. I just want to make room for more arcades and still play the same pinball tables on the smaller screen. That's not as big of a deal to me to have the 32-inch screen. As long as the pinball games play good, and from what I've seen from PD7's videos, they play pretty good, and the graphics look really good. And you get those Sega Stern legs on it, raise it up. It's not as high as what you had hoped, PD7, I saw that. But I would probably just try and sit down on a stool, or I thought maybe even you could get like an office chair and raise it all the way up and play it. These enemies are kind of difficult. You got to stay away from them. Oh, you got me. So we'll start that over. And we'll switch out the character too. So right now I've got 4 characters I can play with: Axel, Blaze, Cherry, and Floyd. And I think the one that I've enjoyed playing the most is probably Axel, but we'll switch it up here. We'll use Floyd. He's got these big metal robot arms. Kind of looks like Jax. I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat 3 this week, trying to relearn all the fatalities and stuff. I hope they come out with a new Mortal Kombat on Monday. What do y'all think? Think we're getting a new Mortal Kombat, or are we just getting a re-release of Star Wars? Carl says, yes, the ALP Micro is sweet. PD7 thinks it's $20, was thinking about it. And then Carl O says the ALP Micro is sweet, and you think PD7 a chair would be good. So a chair would work for the Micro pinball. Yeah, because it looked like the stool's even a little too tall for the Micro with the stern Sega legs. That's what it looked like to me from the video. So it said I get an extra life at 6,000 points. So I need to get to 6,000 points. I feel like I'm worse with this guy. Like he's slow, and there's got to be something I'm doing wrong. I don't know if anyone out there has a Switch and has this game. You know, maybe we could figure out how to play online if you guys want to do that. And I'll live stream it when we play. Definitely be a lot easier to beat this game with 2 or 3 people. I don't know how many total players you can have. If it's 2 or 3 or 4. So he can punch without even looking from the back, so that helps. And are you guys going to watch football this weekend? Cowboys play Sunday, and I'll probably watch football tomorrow as well. I think the Eagles will kill the Giants. I don't think it'll even be close. This character's got better reach, which is good. Okay, so I've got a special there that I just learned. Alright. We'll try another character. Let's check the chat and catch up here. MK2 or Star Wars. Yeah, so I think we're either going to get... I know we're going to get a Star Wars re-release because it shows it on the thumbnail. But I think we're going to get something else too, because that if you look at the silhouette on that thumbnail, it looks like a MK2 or maybe a Capcom Pro or something. I think we'll get something else. I don't think they're just going to do the Star Wars, or I hope not. This game looks like it's right up my alley. I think it's Star Wars Pro, and it will sell out at $9.99. And then still wasn't much different than standing for me, PD7 said. Carlo says just buy LPO. You get a year and huge discounts on AtGames products. I got a bit LCD for $159. Firestarter Entertainment says Star Wars Pro would print money. PD7 says, what do you think about Best Buy 449 now it's off-site? Yeah, so that's a good question, PD7, about that. I know I made that video this week on the Star Wars, but then that came for sale on Best Buy after the video, I think. But yeah, so I think that was probably the 312 that came over on the boat. I think there'll probably be more coming. So they're probably going to announce it on Monday, and there's more coming. And you probably pre-order through Best Buy, or maybe it'll be a direct-to-consumer pre-order that they're advertising on Monday. Is my thought. And they haven't done a live stream in a while, so I think this is probably a big deal. There's probably some news for them to be able to do it. This character's pretty good. She's quick. And then let's see, Firestarter Entertainment says, yeah, not sure what to think. I didn't know it was coming to Canada, so may have to go to Buffalo if I can find one. So you're looking at getting new Star Wars. And then PD7 says it has to be Star Wars on Monday. Yeah, it definitely has to be. The thumbnail gave it away with the Death Star and then the stars in the background. They wouldn't do that if they weren't releasing Star Wars. That wouldn't be any other game. Now, it could be Sega. Now that I think about it, it could be the Sega version of Star Wars. That could come. So that's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible. Yeah, this character's pretty cool. She's got this guitar. But yeah, I'm excited for Monday. I've got a lot of stuff I'm going to prepare for a chill and chat on Sunday that I want to go over. Prior to that. Seems like a lot of the other channels I noticed haven't really been too interested in a Star Wars re-release. Like on Super Game Rooms tonight, Super Game Room dudes, they didn't really talk about it much. I think most of them already own Star Wars though, so it's not probably exciting for them. I know if it is Star Wars though, I'm going to be really tempted to get it. Like if I could have gotten that Best Buy at $449, I would have done it. Because you could turn around and sell that for $650 that same day. That's how much they're worth. So $449 was actually a very good price. And you're thinking it's a Street Fighter Pro Firestarter Entertainment. PD7 says, and Live not with Arcade 1-Up anymore. No, Live is still with Arcade 1-Up. That was just a rumor and miscommunication that got started on that. And then Goofy Foots joined us. Hey Goofy, good to see you. Glad you made it. And then Firestarter Entertainment says, yeah, I think it'll be Star Wars, just hoping for something else too. And PD7 says, I'll get it, but waiting to buy from a store and pick it up at Best Buy. Yeah, I'm the same way. I like to purchase from, Best Buy, Walmart, in case I need to return it. I don't want to mess with Arcade 1-Up Direct on that. Same with that's what's kept me from iArcade too, is I want to get it from the store. So I won't get a gold until Best Buy has it. And then Firestarter Entertainment says, I'm surprised it was $449. I am too. That's a really low price, and it should have gone for more because used ones are selling for $650. And Goofyfoot says, are they gone already? Yes, they sold out within about 45 minutes. Because I checked it an hour after the posting went up that they were available, and they were already gone. And people were saying that they were sold out about 15 minutes prior to when I saw it. Yeah, this character's pretty good. I like the guitar. I would like to get a Guitar Hero, arcade 1-up version. And they do the life just like the old Streets of Rage with the turkeys. And that reminds me of Final Fight. Uh-oh, we got a boss. She's got a whip. No. I like these stages too. If you guys check out the backgrounds on them, there's a lot of detail in the whole background. About to die. Oh, there's some life. Dang it. Well, at least got to the boss that turn. So we'll use Blaze. And then let's see here. Firestarter says, yeah, I think it'll be Star Wars, just hoping for something else too. Says hi to Goofyfoot. That cab Star Wars is so sweet. It is. I would wish I had it. I've really missed out on it when it came out originally. I wasn't too into the Atari Star Wars games or just any Atari arcade games at the time that came out. I am interested in Atari Star Wars games and just anything Atari now. Like I'd like to have like a Missile Command cabinet. But I'll be getting Star Wars as soon as it comes out. I won't miss out on it this time if it's available. If it was only like those 300 that already sold out and that was it, that would be not very good. So this chick, Blaze, she's got like this energy special move here. Really just two buttons on this game, and then I have this other button I just pressed that did that, so I'm still learning it. I'm not liking her character as much as the other ones I've tried. I think Axel, the main character, is the best one. He's got the most strength and the best moves. And then PD7 says, I'll get it, but waiting to buy for a store pickup at Best Buy. Yep, same here. Firestarter says, I missed out on Star Wars as well. Yeah, many did. And that was like the one cabinet everyone wished they would have gotten. And then PD7 says they'll have more after the announcement. Yeah, I hope so. I can't see them having a huge live stream like that and only announcing Star Wars, which is already sold out. So some people are pretty good at noticing the shipments when they come in, and they pretty much account for every single unit. So there aren't any available Star Wars units, like brand new, for sale in the United States right now. So hopefully they've got some coming. Now that's the one thing is, no one knows when more are coming. So they may have like a huge shipment coming next week or something. Yeah, I don't like her at all. I'll go back to Axel, who I'm most comfortable with. I have his moves down pretty well. Let's see here. Mike Worley says, sorry guys, I'm still here, haha. I had some company over tonight. Yeah, definitely take care of the company you have over. I'm happy you're here and that you made it. And then Goofyfoot, hopefully they make some more because there's going to be a lot of demand. Definitely have to make more this time. Because you know, like Street Fighter, they make, you know, thousands of units. You never have a problem finding Street Fighter. You never have a problem finding Pac-Man. But Star Wars was one of those where they only made probably, you know, a short run of them, like 6 months of them, and then that was it. And they never re-released it. So now there's a lot of demand for it. Is there a block move that I'm not using? No. I really just have to move out of the way. These guys with the kick, where they keep their hands in their pockets, they'll just kick you from way out. So you kind of like, when you see them coming up, you just have to move out of the way. And then, Mike, what games is everyone playing? Carl O, Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 are 99 cents each. Yeah, so I have Streets of Rage on Steam, and then I have the Mini 1, and I just bought the Sega Genesis Mini 2, which will be arriving next week, and that's got Streets of Rage on it, which I'll be streaming. Mike Worley said Star Wars Pinball and T2, so that's really cool. That was something I'm glad you brought up, Mike Worley. I saw your video on the T2 modifications you've done. I like the black on the guns. I think that looks really good. The blue and red gun just kind of, you know, it looks like a toy, but when you put the black guns on there, it makes it look more authentic and like the real thing. That's something I'll definitely be doing. And if you get a chance, put in the chat what you did to change those black. And then Mike Worley also said might be jumping to some NHL on PlayStation, PS5 or 4, PD7 asked. And Mike Worley says, thanks, man. It's a huge difference. Yeah, the T2, it looks good that way. And I've been seeing a lot of people doing the recessed screen on their T2. I would be interested in doing that. Because that's something I really remember growing up playing that arcade, is that recessed screen. Same with Operation Wolf. And it sounded, oh, that's something else I wanted to bring up to you guys tonight. I'll probably expand on it a lot more on Sunday. But iArcade, they kind of gave some hints that there may be a Operation Wolf cabinet or another skinned cabinet coming soon. I'm predicting Operation Wolf, but it could be anything. And PD7 asked, are they sticky from the spray paint? Okay, so he used spray paint. And Carlo, don't laugh. My girlfriend is playing Box Boy, and I'm playing Penguin Wars. I love that game, like Dodgeball. I haven't played either of those, Box Boy or Penguin Wars. And bad guy Mike Worley just used black spray paint and a clear coat on the guns, and then he's playing it on PS4. Haven't upgraded to the PS5 yet. Spending all his money on cabinets lately. Yeah, that's where I'm going to run into an issue, because they got the VR2 coming out, and then we've got all these cabinets that I want to get, and I'm not going to be able to get everything. I think my arcade may take priority over the VR right now, though. I don't know. It's going to be a hard decision. It depends on what comes available too. Like if Star Wars comes available, you know, I'll get that, and I'll just have to see how much money I have left after all that. Because VR2 comes out February 22nd. And you might have to get it when it first comes out. It may take a while to get it again. Kind of like the PS5, how it took like a year or two before anyone could get one. And then PD7, you and me both. Goofy Foot, I bet it's going to be a Moon Patrol skin. Yeah, good call, Goofy. Yeah, that would be a good skin to do for sure. Would be Moon Patrol. That would be an easy sell for many people. And Moon Patrol has a very good art on it as well. Like, I like the way it looks. And it's a great game. What would be really cool is if they could do the controls. Like how Moon Patrol, you have that joystick in the middle. I just don't think they could do it and still maintain the two-player. Alright, so I've got 1 life left. She's beating up her own people. And there's some life over here. Oh no, that's just a bottle. Alright, so this is my last life, last chance. Did my special, that helped. Oh, there we go, star. Get that. It's just knowing these combos and staying out of the way. It's everywhere now. There we go. Alright, she's getting down on life. Gotta stay out of her whip. I think I'm gonna get her. Yeah, nice. Alright. Move on to stage 4. PSVR 2, you will buy it, Carlo, if they get Half-Life. Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of Half-Life. Definitely. Uh-oh. I don't have online. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Half-Life. I've been playing Half-Life since I was probably whenever the first one came out for computer. And I've played them all. I have not played the VR one though. But I've heard really good things about it. Oh my, now that hurts. But it would hurt even more if we were to crash. So she's gonna run the boat into the city. To the pier. Hey Beach Native, good to see you, glad you made it. And Big D laying the smackdown. Yeah, I got through that stage. That was tough. That took us, 45 minutes? And 4 or 5 characters? 4 or 5 restarts? But I got through it. All right, so got through that first part there. Beach Native 78 says, do you have the KI cab? I don't have the KI cab, Beach Native. That's a good question. I'm really interested in getting it. I want to get the $299 one at RC Willie and do the Best Buy price match. So I'm very tempted to do that. It's just I have to move here in 5 weeks now, so it's not a good time for me to buy it. But if it's still $299 whenever I get moved in, I'm gonna purchase that because that's a really good deal. And it's not much money because you're getting the stool with it as well. And that online is really good for Killer Instinct. It's the best one. Got to get, okay, can't jump over this. And then Beach Native 78 says, I hope you get it so we can play. Yeah, I want to start doing some live streams of my arcades. And when I get some like online ones, like I have NBA Jam, but I'd like to get a fighter, especially with spectate mode. And then Killer Instinct has that. It'll definitely be one I get if I can get it at $2.99. I'm not gonna go out and pay $500 for it or anything. If PD7, if you're still in the chat, let us know. Do you ever play online? Because I noticed you've got your Killer Instinct in there with all your other. It looks like your favorite arcades, like Street Fighter and your iArcade Gold. Yeah, this stage is much more difficult. And yeah, we'll definitely play when I get it. Do you have NBA Jam, Beach Native?
These guns are ready. Are you?
I'll give this character a chance again. So it's pretty convenient being able to grab the enemy with this guy. But you can only hold him, I guess, for like 3 seconds. Oh, you can smash them together too. That's pretty cool. And let's see, so PD7 says he just plays Battletoads. That's surprising. You don't like Killer Instinct? And Beach Native says if it's still $2.99, you should get it now and just build it when you get your new house. Yes, you have NBA Jam as well. We'll have to link up and try to play some NBA Jam then soon. I would like to do that. And then Killer Instinct, you're probably right on that, man. Like, if I wait too long, I'm going to miss out on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at my bank account tomorrow. Because I've been very close to purchasing that. Just because I know it's a killer deal and it may not be around for very long. And I like purchasing through Best Buy if they do the price match. Because if I have any problems with the audio, I've heard people having audio issues with Killer Instinct, I can just return it and go get another one. Got a pretty cool special there with the gun. The laser gun. So these police get pretty difficult here. And then Beach Native says, yeah, NBA Jam, we'll have to play that. And PD7 says he needs to practice more on KI. It's a great cab. Yeah, so Killer Instinct, just look up the moves and the combos. It's all about combos. I've been playing Killer Instinct for a long time. I used to play it a lot on N64 and Super Nintendo. When I was growing up, Killer Instinct was like the coolest fighting game for us, or my group of friends at least. Like, we all liked Street Fighter, we all liked Mortal Kombat, but Killer Instinct just looked the best. And we were all about the graphics and what looked the coolest. But I have some really good memories with Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat also. But Killer Instinct was the one that we wanted. You know, it was the one that we wanted that we couldn't have most of the time. I got farther, I got about halfway through that stage with him. Beach Native says, I love Killer Instinct. My first cab was Final Fight when it first came out. Yeah, so my first was Final Fight as well. And I still like that cab, I'll never sell it. And you started collecting in hopes of KI coming out. And it did come out, and now it's your favorite cab in game. And PD7 says, how many cabs do you have, Beach Native? And Firestarter Entertainment says, KI was my favorite arcade game. So he's in agreement on that as well. And Beach Native says, I was one of the crazies that bought the Pro Series. Oh, that's cool that you bought the Pro Series, because you'll have to tell us about it. Are you happy with the joysticks? I know many have been replacing them. And then the Killer Instinct, some people have been reporting audio issues, and the company even had a company-wide response on that, basically saying they're looking into it. So if you had any audio issues with yours. And Firestarter says, you bought the Pro as well. So Firestarter has the Killer Instinct Pro. Okay, so we've got 2 Pros in the chat right now. And then Beach Native says, I have Big Blue too, if you want to play some Street Fighter. Yeah, that's another one, Beach Native, I've been looking at is the Street Fighter Big Blue. It's $3.99 at Walmart right now. And everyone else is $5.99, and some people don't even have Big Blue anymore, so I don't think they're going to continue with it much longer. So $3.99 may be like the lowest price, and then it may go away forever. And Beach Native has 7 cabs so far, and Goofy Foot says my Big Blue's still in the box. Why haven't you put it together yet, Goofy? I noticed there's a guy around here selling Big Blue in a box. He says that he can't put it together because he doesn't have room for it. But he's been selling it for $400 for like a month now. I offered him $350 and he instantly accepted it. So that kind of got me thinking, well, maybe I offered him too much. So I backed out. But I noticed it's still for sale at $400. So I'm wondering maybe if he'll take $300. kind of risky though buying something used from someone, because like get it home, especially if it's in the box, you don't even know if it works. You put it together, it might not work. And then you have to mess with support and getting whatever's broken fixed. And that brought up something I wanted to tell everyone. I'll go over this on Sunday during the Chill and Chat too, but I had a customer service experience with Arcade One Up this week, and I gave them a 10 out of 10 because they took care of me. I was putting in new buttons on my Marvel superheroes, and I got those all in successfully. But then whenever I went to go turn it on, 2 of the buttons weren't working. And so I pulled it out and rewired it, and even changed out the buttons just to make sure those weren't bad. And then it still didn't work. So then I changed the color, and it still didn't work. So I was like, okay, something's wrong. So then I just switched the wires. And evidently, when I was wiring it, I was moving too fast, and I just didn't wire it up right. So when I switched the wires on it, it worked. But whenever I was taking the game deck in and out constantly, messing with those buttons, I scratched the overlay on the LCD screen. So I opened a support ticket and just told them the truth. I was like, hey, I scratched my overlay, and okay, here we go. This is what I need to do on this live stream. I need to go to easy mode. See if it'll let me do that on stage 4. Doesn't look like it will. Okay. I was hoping I could put it on easy because I'm on medium right now. It's a little difficult. But anyways, yeah, so I was taking the game deck in and out, right? And I scratched that overlay. And so I opened that support ticket, and they got back to me the next day. And I had already sent them the video and everything that I know that they're going to need. They're going to need the serial number on the back of your arcade. They're going to need like a 5 or 6 second video clip of you showing them the problem. And then I just asked them, I was like, hey, I scratched it. Can you guys provide me with a new overlay, or can I purchase one? And they said, don't worry about purchasing one. Even though it's out of warranty by like 2 years, they honored it and still sent it to me free of charge. So I've got a new overlay coming FedEx. I've already got a tracking number, and it'll be here next week. So I'll have a brand new overlay. And that overlay I had before had actually had little scratches from me cleaning it anyways. So it actually works out. But I just couldn't deal with this scratches. So I'm happy that they replace stuff like that. Because everyone always talks about Arcade One Up being about the money and just putting out cabinets and trying to make as much money as they can, but when it comes to customer service, they're actually pretty good with that. And Firestarter said he just sold his Gen 1 Street Fighter, so you need to put Big Blue together. And PD7 said I bought MK2 that day. And Beach Native says me too, Firestarter. And then Firestarter Entertainment says the customer service has been amazing. Yeah, most stories that I hear are positive. I've not heard very many negative stories. There are a few out there. Like I had someone comment on my post on my page or channel today. He said he had a bad experience with Arcade One Up customer service, but I had noticed it was about the joysticks. So I'm going to ask him, is it just the ball tops falling off? Because that happens with everyone. Or the bat tops. You just have to like glue those down or use tape or, come up with something. They can't fix that. And then Beach Native says he bought the Ultimate MK3 cab for $199 at Sam's. Yeah, that was a killer deal. $199. And if you could have bought MK2 Deluxe, would you still keep MK3? And that's a really good question. You really wouldn't need the Ultimate MK anymore if you have the Deluxe. But we don't know exactly if that MK2 Deluxe is even coming out, because they didn't have it at CES, and they took it off the website. But I'm interested to see what that MK2 Deluxe is about. So I've been holding off on getting Mortal Kombat this whole time, and it's one of my favorite games. I've been playing it on my modded cabinet a lot this week, trying to learn all the fatalities in Ultimate MK3, and it's a lot of fun with those new buttons I put in. I have an HDMI out on my modded Marvel cabinet with a Raspberry Pi. Maybe I can do a live stream of it sometime. And then let's see, Beach Native says PD7, do you live stream when you play on Saturday mornings? Actually, PD7 said earlier he hasn't live streamed yet. You got to do that soon. And he just plays, haven't done live streams yet. What time zone are you in? And then Beach Native says he uses the blue Loctite to prevent the ball tops or bat tops from unscrewing. 19K Fox puts you on that. Yeah, so that's something I've seen a lot of people doing. I have a different method I use, and it's only because it makes it easier to take the ball top or bat top off when I need to, and I use electrical tape. It seems to work pretty good. And I did a video early on when I first started my channel on how I do that. And yeah, so that Loctite is a pretty common method. And then I use the electrical tape, and then some people just deal with it, you know, they play with it, and if it unscrews, they just screw it back. But I think a lot of people out there, they see that happen and they call customer service, and there's nothing they can do. And they take that as like bad customer service. This game definitely gets more difficult as you progress. I'm on stage 5 and it's tough. And I don't like playing on easy most of the time because it's just not challenging enough. But for the live stream, I probably should do that in the future. Man, they keep killing me in that same spot each time. Says you actually thought about using some type of tape, so that actually will work. So yeah, it actually does work, Beach Native. If you ever want to try it, it's one of my videos I did on it, pretty much explained it all. But let's play some Mortal Kombat. Kind of played through that. We'll finish the stream with some Mortal Kombat. But yeah, so you'll just wrap the electrical tape on where the threads are, just around the threads, real tight. And then you just kind of stick your fingernails in the threads, get the glue in there real good. And you just do that to the top of the threads, and then you screw on the bat top or the ball top on top of that, and it'll stay. Like you won't have any issues with it coming off. And then whenever you have to remove it, it's real easy to, take off. I don't know how the Loctite is. Like, are you able to get the ball top or bat top off when you have to remove it? And Beach Native says he's on the East Coast. And I know PD7's in Wisconsin. We got a lot of East Coast that I know of that have been on the chat tonight. Yeah, check that video out. Sorry, I don't know which one it is exactly. If you message me or, have my contact us page or whatever on my website, or if you find me on Facebook, I'm on there. I'll send you the link for it. I chat with a lot of the guys on Facebook. And then Firestarter's East Coast, Canada. Yeah, I knew you were up in Canada from your videos. It's got to be cold up there right now.
Conquer. Fight custom. Fight local.
So I've been playing some of this Mortal Kombat 11 again on my Switch lately. The graphics aren't very good on this one, but it's still fun to play. I have this on my PC and the graphics are really good.
Cabal.
And Cabal's my favorite Mortal Kombat character. And then for opponent, we need to change that to computer.
Cabal. Sub-Zero. Black Dragon Fight Club.
And Mike Worley, he's in Pittsburgh. Carlo says, what was the arcade one-up replacement part? That's what I was just going over. You may have missed that part, Carl. So it was a overlay for my LCD screen. And I'd scratched it, taken the game deck in and out, replacing buttons. So they replaced that for free. And I was surprised they had it in stock because that Marvel Superheroes cabinet's been out a long time. It's been out for 2 or 3 years. And Beach Native says, I haven't tried taking it off, but it hasn't unscrewed yet. Yeah, I'm wondering what it's like when you do have to remove it.
Running on ice is ill-advised.
Round 1. Fight.
And Mike Worley says he's in Pittsburgh. Firestarter Entertainment says, yes, it's definitely cold, but a mild winter this year. That's good. Still got the rest of January and February left. But if it's been mild so far, maybe it'll stay. So you're not probably far from Michael B. I know he lives on an island, but probably not distance-wise, not far. Actually, I looked up Michael B's island because I was curious where he lived, and it's actually pretty far. It's by Greenland now that I think about it, or Iceland.
Finish him. Cabal.
And Carlos says, nice, I have a scratched overlay, but it's glued, and going to try some watch polish and have that recommended in a Facebook group. So which overlay did you scratch, Carl? Was it was it your ALU that's got the overlay glued in? Because the arcade one up, you can just unscrew real easy. I watched a video on how to replace those. It's super easy. It's 3 screws. 4 screws maybe.
Conquer. Fight, conquer. Story. Towers of Time.
And Beach Native says, bro, I suck at MK. I'm just not used to holding a block button to block, although I like the game. Yeah, it is tough with the block button. When I'm playing it on my arcade, I have to remember that. So I just keep my finger over the block button the whole time I'm playing, and that has helped. And that's just playing against the computer. That's not playing against anyone good. So, you know, if you start playing online, you got to be really good at it.
RoboCop.
MK11 looks so sweet. Have you not played it? It's been out for so long, like a couple years, I think. And it's a cheap game. You can definitely get it if you want. It's on any platform, and it should be like $20 or less now. But it's a fun game. I played this a lot when it came out, but then this week I picked it back up and started playing it again. It's still a lot of fun. And with all this MK4 talk, I've been wanting to play it. And Carlos said, I bought a used ALU and it was scratched. Most people just live with the, or they'll swap a 32-inch HP or Dell in there for $100. So that's a little unfortunate with the ALU, how it doesn't have a removable overlay.
Alex Murphy. Round 1.
Never thought of that. So you got to be really careful. Don't scratch it. Not very good with RoboCop. Just kind of button mashing right now. PD7 says, good night, guys. Got to get some sleep. I'll see you later, man. Thanks for joining. And let's see here. We still got Carl, Beach Native, and Firestarter. So we'll stay on here for a little bit longer. If you guys got any subjects you want to talk about, let me know. got to be a new Mortal Kombat coming out. They seem to come out about every 4 or 5 years. This game's been out, I think, since 2018 or 2019. There's supposedly easy fatalities. So it's saying I can just hold ZR and B and close and it'll be a fatality. But I've never had much luck doing them. Easy ones. See, it doesn't work. I think there's a way to turn on easy fatalities. Make sure to smash the like button on the way out, guys. Yeah, definitely hit that like if you can. I appreciate it. I know these live streams, they're just real casual. There's not much to them. I'm just playing games. But I like being live like this so everyone can chat. And good point, Beach Native. And Mike Worley said, speaking of RoboCop, what about the new RoboCop game? Peter Wheeler is coming back. Oh yeah, I saw some stuff on that. That looks really cool, actually. I'll have to go look that up because I saw a just a brief advertisement for it or like a clip, and I'd forgotten about it till you just brought it up. But I think that happened this week. It was announced. Isn't that game just in like? It's not coming out. I think it's just like a what do they call those? Where they it's like a test game or whatever. Try to get funding. Like a beta, I guess. I was thinking you were going to ask about a RoboCop cabinet by Arcade One Up, because I know John D's talked about it a couple times. He said they've looked at it. Yeah, beta, Kickstarter. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I don't think the game's being made yet, but they're trying to get the, you know, the hype going for it. It looked really cool. It looked just like the original actor in what I saw. Let's see if I can do a finishing move. See, it's just giving me my easy fatalities. So it says mid, hold ZR and A. I'm doing it. And Mike Worley says, oh, I don't know. I thought it was a real game that's in the works. It may be. I'm going to have to do a lot more research on that because I saw a brief clip of it and it looked really good, but I never went back to go rewatch or, you know, figure out what that was about. And then Carlo says, any PS5 peeps here getting Dead Space reboot looks good. So I was never huge into Dead Space. Even though I like those like horror, survival horror games, I couldn't get into Dead Space, but I may give the new one a chance. And Beach Native, he looks like he's going to take off. Well, guys, I've got to get some sleep. I've got to take my car to the shop early in the AM to install some parts that you got for Christmas. Have a good night. Hope that goes well with the car tomorrow and you get that installed early and goes well. Hope you have a good night, Beach Native. Thanks for stopping in. And Mike Worley, it's called RoboCop Rogue City. You're going to check it out again. Yeah, I'm going to check that out as soon as I get a chance. Thanks for bringing that back up. I'm a huge RoboCop fan. Like, I like the movies. I've always been a fan of the arcade game. So that one's going to be one that I'm going to be interested in. And Firestarter says he wants to get a PS5. Yeah, I would definitely recommend getting one. I really enjoy
What
mine.
model are you?
I'm a cop, Terminator.
I am not subject to human law.
Round
The
one.
Spider-Man game is really good on it, and then I've been playing Modern Warfare 2, and the controller is awesome. Like, I picked up the controller today just to move it out of the way so I could play my Switch for the live stream, and I was just thinking to myself, that controller is really badass. Just holding it. And also something else I like about my PS5 is my media. So you have, when you start a PlayStation 5, you've got two options. You got games and you've got media. And if you go to the media tab, it's got all your apps. So like HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Netflix, all that, and everything runs so much smoother on the PS5. I guess the processing power and the development behind, you know, what you're seeing, the UI, it all runs really smooth, and then it even previews really well all the stuff you have available to you without actually opening the app. So you'll be going through like HBO Max, and you don't have to open HBO Max. It'll tell you and give you everything that's coming soon and what's popular to watch and stuff like that. Yeah, the controller is awesome. It's one of the best controllers I've played on. And even some like pro computer gamers like the PS5 controller over the keyboard and mouse even. And Carlos said he finished Spider-Man Miles Morales last night. I know you had mentioned that last time I did a game stream that you were really close. I need to pick that game back up again. And then you think you like the remaster better, but both were really good and amazing graphics. So I'm glad you brought that up too, Carlo. There's a clip I'm going to play on my Sunday Chillin' Chat of the new PS5 games coming out next year, or this year, I guess you could say. And that new Spider-Man 2 is coming out, it looks like soon. And it's going to have Venom in it, which I'm really excited about. And Firestarter said, good night, Beach. Yeah, thanks for checking in, Beach Native, and joining us tonight. If you get a chance to, Beach Native, send me a message. We'll connect and play some Killer Instinct when I get that. I'm going to have to pick up my PS5 this weekend and play some Spider-Man. I've got to get back on that. I think I just defeated Dr. Octopus on that remaster. Spawn is really cool in this game. He's one of my favorite comic book characters. But I don't ever remember him with this
Not mine.
color.
It's a special kind of hell, isn't it?
Round one. Fight.
And whatever those things are around his neck, it looks like like some antlers. I don't ever remember that either. Oh, he got me.
Let's go. Round two. Fight.
But yeah, it's just a weird costume he's got on there. They must have made some for the game that weren't in the comics. So Firestarter, if you're still in the chat, you've been playing that Killer Instinct Pro a lot, and do you like it? Do you have anything you don't like about it?
Finish him.
See if he'll finish me.
Spawn
No.
wins.
Let's check out one more game here before I wrap it up. Carlo said he finished Spider-Man Remastered 100%. Some side quests, too lame for me to do the finding sounds, chasing penguins again, no thanks. Yeah, so you'd have all the side missions and everything to complete. Play some Smash Brothers here to close it out. We'll go for about another 20-30 minutes. Oh, you said you finished Spider-Man Remaster 100%. You did all the side quests. So you finished it completely. Interesting. That's a long game, I bet. How many hours do you think it took you to do that? It's worth it, though, because that game is by far one of the best games I've ever played. And then Firestarter says he's played a decent amount. I have to change the controller and want to change buttons and switches because it's cheap switches. So so the joystick, yeah, we've heard a lot of complaints, and then also the buttons even. You're having trouble with those. It's unfortunate that you have to switch all that stuff out just to enjoy it. You know, with $1,000 though, it should have all that. So one cool thing about the Super Smash Brothers are all the stages. That's what keeps me interested. Because you've got like Sonic the Hedgehog, which is really cool. But just all these are old games. Like even Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy, Bayonetta. Just some really cool stages. And then Firestarter says, but I like it once I put it together. Love the form factor of the Pro. Yeah, that's what's really cool about it is how big it is and that game deck. I think everyone would love to have a cabinet that size. And level 50 on Spider-Man, Carl O says. Level 20 on MM. It's too much shooter game. And Firestarter says, yeah, I hope they improve the Pro. I do too. I'm happy with, you know, a lot of, like you said, the form factor is great. I like that they're going with like Yamaha speakers. I think that's really good. They can make those sound good. How are you happy with the speakers? I know the screen looks amazing. So the point here, you're just trying to knock them out of the arena. And the gameplay on this isn't the greatest for me. I mean, I don't have like much nostalgia for this game or anything. but it's fun. I like all the characters. I like the stages. I think I would like Mario Kart more than this game. I just already had Mario Kart from my Wii U. I didn't want to buy it twice. The first Super Smash Bros. Came out on N64, I think. That was a system I didn't have growing up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
And then let's see, Biggie should set up a Mario Kart races with viewers. Yeah, I want to get Mario Kart. And then Firestarter said, I found the sound a bit louder, but didn't find it a game changer. And he does like the 19-inch screen. And Carl said a A1-Up XL or Pro are all I would buy. The regular ones are too small for you. They look like toys next to an ALU on a 5-inch riser. Yeah, you're going to want to, being used to that bigger size, you'll want to get an XL or a Pro. And I think they'll start doing more Pros and XLs. And Firestarter says he does love the form factor for sure. Yeah, that's one of the best parts. So I'm interested to see what's going to be the next one, or if they improve the KI. Looks like we got a challenger. So I haven't unlocked Sonic yet. So if I beat him, I can unlock him. There, I beat him. And Carlos says Golden TXL was on a deal for $450. You were super tempted. Yeah, Golden TXL, you've been talking about that one. You really want it. The form factor's good on it. Just change out the screen. And Mike Worley says, I've been collecting N64 games lately. One of your favorite retro systems. Yeah, I saw Moat uploaded a video this week of him playing, it looked like an N64 that he just got. I would like to get an old one that's in good condition. I think they even make a N64 system that's a modern one that plays the cartridges. That would be kind of cool. Let's go Street Fighter 2. So this even has Ryu in it, which is cool, and it's got one of the stages. I think it has Ken in it as well. I haven't unlocked him yet. N64 is a sweet bag. Oh, is sweet. Bad. Uh-oh, I just jumped out on accident. This doesn't look like Street Fighter. I mean, the background does. That's about it. Someone told me that Pokemon is doing away with Pikachu as the face of Pokemon. They're like retiring him. Oh, I got the claw. Cool. No! He's only beating me because I fell off twice on my own. Pikachu's hard. You didn't want to die. Ah.
3, 2, 1, time!
And let's see, bad guy Mike Worley says they still have the original. You got it for Christmas in '98. So that's pretty cool. You still got the original N64. These graphics are nice. Oh yeah, the graphics are really good on this game. And you know what's interesting about it is Namco made this game for Nintendo. So it's actually the people who made Tekken made this game. And Firestarter says he's got to get some sleep. Thanks for the stream later, Firestarter. Glad you made it. Appreciate the stopping in and chatting with us. It's a lot of fun. And bad guy Mike Worley says, see you later, Firestarter. And Carl O says, yeah, I never had the N63. I ran for the first time I saw it at Walmart. It was so cool. Good night, Firestarter. Yeah, I would like to get an N64 and start playing those games again. Check out another stage here. Here's Pac-Land, so even Pac-Man's in this game.
Time battle!
Choose Donkey Kong. See you later, Firestarter. Thanks for stopping in. This looks just like Pac-Land on the arcade. If you guys have that game. It's not a very good game. In my opinion, it's not. It doesn't use a joystick, it just uses buttons. I've actually not even gotten this far in the actual arcade game of Pac-Land. So I'm actually seeing parts of the game I've never actually seen on the arcade. It's kind of like Mario. I like the stage though. I like how it moves like the arcade game does. It's like you gotta fight them, but you also gotta complete the game. And Firestarter, he gave us another comment here. N64 isn't an expensive system to get used. Yeah, I'll have to start looking at used ones. I actually did, in fact, start looking at them on eBay. And some are expensive. Some are like $1,000, $2,000. But I think those have like special editions and things like that. You may be able to just get the regular one for $100 or something. And then Carl O said, I had a Switch and sold it years ago, Moat was doing a Mario Kart stream and you were missing that. So you had the Switch and sold it. I haven't heard many people sell theirs. Even if they don't play them. Like for me on my handhelds, even if I don't play them, I'll keep them. Because they're so tiny, you know, they don't take up much space. I guess if I needed the money or something, I would sell them. Do this Mario Brothers stage. So I've got a bunch of handhelds. I've got, I'll have to go through those on a video sometime. I've got Game Boys, the DS, the DS XL. Used to have the PS Vita and the PSP, but I did sell those. Now that I come to think of it, in my past I've sold some handhelds.
Mario.
And then Firestarter says the game's a different story, some of them, and yeah, it looks nuts in a good way. Are y'all looking forward to the Mario movie? It's getting pretty close now. 4 more months. This is the old school Mario. I never played Mario Brothers in the arcade, but I'm assuming this is the arcade version. I played Donkey Kong, but I've never played Mario. I played the Nintendo Punch-Out arcade. Our local arcade has that one. It's called like the Nintendo PlayStation or no, not PlayStation. Nintendo something. They have a name for it. And Bad Guy Mike Worley says, strange selection for the voice actors on Mario and Luigi. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Chris Pratt as Mario and what he's going to sound like. You get a brief glimpse or like just a short where he says something in that preview, but you really can't tell what he's going to be like. I'm interested to find out. It's going to be weird because, you know, Mario's never really spoke. Except for, you know, a few words here and there. And then Bad Guy Mike Worley says, yeah, it's pretty much the original Mario Brothers arcade game. Okay, the Choice 10. Play Choice 10. Thanks for helping me with that. Yeah, I never played it. Played the Punch-Out at our local arcade, and then Donkey Kong. You know, everyone seems to have Donkey Kong. Play Choice 10 with Mario Bros. This is the Castlevania stage here. It's pretty cool. I was watching the iArcade stream today. Everyone was really interested in getting the downloadable content of the Dead Cells. Because evidently they have Dead Cells, but they don't get the DLC. And there's a Castlevania one right now. So people were a little upset that they paid $25 for Dead Cells and they don't get the DLC for it. Or even the ability to pay for it if it's available. So I'll go here for about probably 5 more minutes and then I'll wrap it up. But I appreciate everyone who's joined tonight. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. We've had a pretty good turnout. We had Bad Guy Mike Worley, Carl O, Firestarter, Beach Native, PD7, Goofy Foot. So quite a few people joined tonight. You know, these gameplay live streams, they're a lot different than my shows and all that. You know, I prepare a lot of content for those shows. It's actually quite a bit of work to prepare for those. And of course, those are always going to have, you know, a bunch of people viewing or more people than a live stream like this where I'm just playing games. But these are casual, just fun, hang out. I'm glad you guys enjoy them and want to chat.
Time battle.
You know, if I was just playing and it was just me and there was no one watching or chatting, I probably wouldn't do it very often. As long as people want to watch and hang out, I'll do them.
3, 2, 1, go!
And Firestarter said, I hear that it is something that is common with some games on the iArcade. Yeah. So it sounds like some of the games are getting DLC, but some of the big, more important games like Dead Cells that people pay a lot of money for, they're not getting the DLC. And I noticed in those live streams, I'll ask him some pretty hard questions and he'll avoid normally the difficult to answer ones or the ones that, you know, that trying to get information they don't want to give. But he basically on the subject said that they can get DLC if it's available. It's kind of how he put it. Like basically Dead Cells isn't making it available to them. If they ever want to, they can. But the big news coming out of iArcade today during that game days was the newly skinned cabinet. He couldn't confirm it's coming, but he made it sound like it is coming soon. And then he also said they're in the final step of Operation Wolf in the light gun games. So that should be coming out very soon, the way he made it sound. I'll never forget playing my NES and playing Duck Hunt when that first came out. My grandfather bought an NES when it first came out, and it came with Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. And the gun. That's some pretty good technology for whatever year that was, 87, 88.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
This, I was playing Inkling. That's from that Splatoon game. I never played Splatoon. And let's see, Firestarter says, nice, Carl. He was responding to Carl's message where he said, just in time to try out my vertical coin and op build for my mini ALU. Just built that. It's a steal at $199 for if you can get it. Yeah, so if anyone wants to get the ALU Mini right now, it's $199 at Sam's. Really good deal. But I'm holding out for the ALU. I don't want both. And Firestarter asked, do you have an iArcade, BiggyD? So I did purchase an iArcade WrestleMania or Retromania from P-Dubs, and he's holding it for me until March the 3rd when I move into my new townhome. Because I could bring it to this small apartment I'm in right now, but I'm about to move out, so it doesn't make much sense. So he's going to just hold it for me. So yes, I have purchased the Retromania Wrestling iArcade. And Carlos says NES with Robbie the Robot and Gun. I got that for Christmas. So Robbie the Robot, I've never played that game, but I do remember Duck Hunt. And I'm trying to remember if we had any other gun games for that NES. I feel like there were some others that we would play. But Duck Hunt is a classic. It was a really good, and he played it at a party a few months back. That's what Mike Worley said. So that's pretty cool. I would like to get my hands on a Duck Hunt and play that again. So my grandfather, when he passed, he gave the NES to my cousin, and he gave my parents, which is essentially mine because they'll never play it, the SNES. So I have the Super Nintendo and all those games, but my cousin's got the NES with all the NES games. So I don't get to play Duck Hunt, but maybe I can find an NES used someday and get to play it again. But I hope you all had a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'll wrap it up here with this game. We played a few games tonight. Super Smash Brothers, and we got to play the also the MK3, which was pretty fun. So I appreciate you guys hanging out and switching up the games there, just kind of making it more interesting. But I'll see everyone Sunday. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to do it a live or just a pre-recorded Sunday. Kind of depends on how much I can get ready in time. If I'm well prepared, I'll do the live stream because I don't mind doing that when I'm well prepared, but I'm still pretty new to it, so I don't want to get on live with 40, 50 people watching and not be ready. So I may just do a pre-recorded one. I'll let you guys know. But I appreciate everyone joining and watching and hanging out with me. And I'll see everyone in the next stream or the next video. Bye-bye.